Want to welcome everyone to attending tonight's educational session. We have two honorary guests with us tonight. We have Mr. Mike Paul, MPP for Edmonton Lawrence, who will speak in a few minutes. Also, we have Jen Oxteen from Fairness Commissioner in Ontario. Also, we have with us Landry from Sickle Cell Awareness Group of Ontario and Ms. Lily Johnson. Now, our guest speakers tonight are two distinguished doctors who are coming from London. They are our international experts on osteoporosis and iron overload-related hormonal complications, and that will be the discussion of our presentations tonight from the medical aspects. Now, I also want to welcome Dr. Ward, Dr. Richard Ward from UHN, and Dr. Melanie Kirby, and all the doctors that are with us, Dr. Koo, and the medical teams from both hospitals, UHN and Toronto Sick Children Hospital. And I also want to welcome the organizers, and I want to welcome people from Novartis. We have with us Lynn St. Pierre, and we have with us Janice Lansing, and we have Mr. Paul Simpson, and of course our biggest supporter and friend, Theo Fitch. Now, before I introduce Lily, I just want to mention a couple things about the doctors with us. We have with us Dr. Rika Bajuria, who is a senior lecturer of an honorary consultant in obstetrics and gynecology at the University College in London, in England. Now, she's also a visiting professor and consultant in medicine and genetics at the Yinjiang University in China. And she's also course director for the Masters of Science in Hemoglobinopathy at the University College London Institute for Women's Health. And also with us is Dr. Ravna Chatterjee, who is also a senior lecturer and honorary consultant in chronic and serious diseases at the University College in London in the UK, and also visiting professor. She is also visiting professor and consultant in medicine genetics at the Yinjiang University in China. She is also course director for MSc Hemoglobinopathy at the University College London Institute for Women's Health. Now, I really want to thank them both for being with us. Both doctors have traveled a long way from London, England, and they are long-term collaborators with Thalassemia International Federation. They have spoken at many events and given very excellent presentations. I've been privileged to attend a lot of these presentations and learn a lot from them. And these topics that they will be talking about are topics of very importance and extreme interest to our patient population, especially now that thalassemia and sickle cell patients are living longer, enjoying normal lives, and are planning family and future goals. Now, both doctors also do the directing for the course, the MSc course of hemoglobinopathy in London at the University College London, which is a program that is supported by Thalassemia International Federation. They are longtime collaborators. Now, before we start with the presentations, I want to introduce Mrs. Lily Johnson, who really needs no introduction. Lily is the president of Sickle Cell Association of Ontario, and she has been a recipient of the Ontario Award recently. Lily?
Ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests, I have the privilege to introduce Jean Addison. I think the majority of us here do know about Jean. She has been a member of parliament for quite a few years, and even before that, she was a teacher, and she was involved with other community groups. She is now with the
Fairness Commission.
The Fairness Committee. And I feel, and I think all of us who know Jean feel that there could not be a better person than her. So with those words, you know who it is and what to expect. And again, Jean, we welcome that you could be here tonight.
Thank you, Lily, for the introduction. And I want to begin by acknowledging the presence of these professionals who are with us and who will share from their experience and share their expertise with us. I want to acknowledge the presence also of the Member of Parliament, Mike Cole, and all those who are involved in this very important work in our community. Sickle cell was brought to my attention way back in the 60s. And when I think about the early years of organizing, I think of no other person than Lily Johnson. And Lily has been a Trojan in the field. She's roped in just about everyone who had something to offer. At the same time, she's provided the kind of leadership that was step by step by step, build block by block by block, spreading the word. I think also it's important to say that it was through the work that in the organizations that occurred, the conferences that occurred, that I gained the knowledge and I gained the confidence to stand up in the House of Commons to bring to the attention of the Parliament of Canada this disease and what needs to happen in the area of research and support by the federal government. I think too that it's important on an occasion like this when we are assembled as folks who are concerned about this issue, that we acknowledge that we've come a long way in terms of the awareness, the open discussions, the research pieces, the support for families, the support for recreation and other activities for our young people, and also the acknowledgement of the work that's done by others in award ceremonies, by Landry and others who acknowledge the contributions that individuals are making. And so this evening I want to acknowledge, I want to thank, I want to welcome, and I want to say that as a community we are here to learn, we are here to discover and to find out what's happening not only in our own environment, but what is happening around the world in other circles and with researchers who are doing the important work. So thank you so much for the opportunity to be here.